My name's Tara, and I teach high school. I teach English and social studies. But I'm currently on mat leave. I have a 3-week-old baby girl and a 2.5-year-old boy.
Awesome. And why did you decide to join the Babes and Bellies boot camp?
I have had a pretty up and down pregnancy with health-wise, and I kind of felt like I was getting towards the end of my pregnancy and I wasn't feeling as strong as I had in my first pregnancy, and I hadn't kept up my fitness the same way, and so I was looking for a way to sort of feel strong again before going into the end of my pregnancy and into labor and delivery.
Okay. And how did the program help you, if at all?
Yeah, the program helped. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, the program was really helpful in just helping in sort of giving me structure around things that I should or that I could be doing that were safe for my body and also felt good. It was also super helpful that the workouts were short and I could do them at home. And so it was just helpful to know that I had those there. And so when I had a free sort of 20 minutes, I could fit in a workout then rather than having to schedule my day around it.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And what do you think your biggest takeaway is from the program?
I think my biggest takeaway was really trying to work on how to incorporate my pelvic floor and my breath into my workout. And so that was something that I'm not a very coordinated person. And so having to really think about how to coordinate and going back to like relearn how to do that sometimes when I would forget, wait, am I doing this properly? So I think just like having that available to me was really helpful.
Okay, awesome. And how do you think the program helped prepare you for birth, if at all?
I think it helped mentally prepare me for birth more than anything else, was just sort of engaging the muscles that I would need to engage for delivery and sort of getting in touch with those again, because I felt like I hadn't really done anything to prepare for that or to continue that work that I had done in my previous pregnancy. So I think just sort of connecting myself to my pelvic floor and to those muscles that I would be using was the most helpful.
Okay, great. And just out of curiosity, this is not in my script here, but how long was your labor?
My labor was super quick because I was induced.
Oh, right.
And it went really, really quickly. And it was kind of scary to have that like go so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was from when they started the induction medication, it was about 5.5 hours. And then I only, the actual delivery, I only pushed for 6 minutes because everything was just going so quickly.
Wow. Do you feel like intensity made up for time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My first pregnancy, I was not induced. It was, I think my labor was 12 hours. And it was a very different experience.
Right. Yeah. Those are still both pretty short though in the grand.
Pretty short. Yeah.
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 I mean, obviously you're only 3 weeks out postpartum at this stage, so you can give me the most honest answer about this that you can, but
sure.
Do you believe that the program has helped you postpartum at all when easing back into daily life, into fitness? Why or why not?
Yeah, I actually think that it has. I think that this morning I was noticing and talking to a friend about how I felt like my recovery has gone a lot quicker this time around. And I think that just feeling like I can go for long walks and I can do normal movements and things like that. And I think that has to do with knowing how to like where my pelvic floor is. And I already find myself doing sort of engaging my pelvic floor or relaxing it when I'm doing different activities. And I think a mixture of the workouts that I was doing through this program, as well as seeing my pelvic floor physio, really helped sort of connect my mind to my pelvic floor, which I find has been really helpful this time. Whereas last time I felt a lot more pressure for a long time.
Okay. Yeah.
Felt like I was falling apart. Whereas this time I don't really feel like I haven't felt that for as long. Or it seems to be recovering quicker.
That's good. I
Yeah.
love to hear that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have any feedback on the program? Like, are there any areas of improvement that you would identify? And this is more just for me.
Yeah, I don't think so. I really liked how there were both like the written workouts and then the videos as well. I found it super helpful. I like having a video in front of me, but also nice to be able to have the other option. So not that I can think of. I really liked it. I wish I had joined earlier. I wish I hadn't been so sick in my, of course, obviously in my first part of it, but I wish I had done it earlier, and so that I could, because I was only doing it for a couple weeks there, but
yeah, it felt like it went really quickly, but
yeah,
I mean, I think we're all just trying to do our best under the current circumstances of what's
yeah,
going on. So
yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add? Any messages that you would impart to other ladies potentially interested in a prenatal fitness program?
I think it's just, I just think it's really worth it. I just think that it's not necessarily like I am someone who stays away from the idea of like getting your pre-baby body back and all of that kind of stuff. I find that dangerous for my mental health, but I think that that it's really nice to feel connected to your pelvic floor and to understand where that is, and like and understand the breath and how to safely work out during pregnancy. I think is really worth it. And feeling strong, I think that was a big part for me, was just like feeling like I was strong and ready to go into, to handle labor and to handle delivery, which is a really big deal for your body. And sometimes we forget that because so many people do it, that we're just kind of, society's like, yep. But I think that it's a big deal for your body and a big deal for your mind. And so like coming into that as strong as you can. And I think it's helpful to have something structured like this, and that has a lot of like research that's gone into it. And I think it's worth it.
Well, thank you. That is so kind. That is so nice to hear.